2-2 moving into the bottom of the fourth. Timeless moment brought to you by Coors Banquet. David Ortiz set to lead off this year, second in hitting in the league, first in extra base hits, second in runs batted in, first in on base percentage, and on top of the list when it comes to slugging percentage. So Ortiz, who fouled out his first time, leads it off and takes the pitch high. The other thing that you know that you put a great career together when you can say you're tied with Ted Williams for second most doubles all time at Fenway Park. There's a shot deep down the right side. That ball is fair and gone. His 21st home run. He continues to be a nemesis to the Rays and has given Boston a 3-2 lead.
That's RBI number 70. That's the thing that's so dangerous about David Ortiz. Right field, right center field can play big here, but it still can't hold him. He's got enough power on balls middle in. And yet with the Green Monster in left, strong enough to get it over that, strong enough to just flip balls off of that wall. That's why when you mentioned he's hitting 370 at home coming into play here, it's, it's not surprising.
It's a strike to Ramirez. Third home run Ortiz has hit off Archer. And now 10 behind Jimmy Fox to double X on the all-time home run list. A two-strike count on Ramirez. Strikes. That home run again by David Ortiz.
He yanked the fastball and ends up middle in, and he is super quick in there. You know what that's all about right there. You know who's in the house. They were introducing Al Horford before the game. Big free agent acquisition from the Atlanta Hawks coming over to the Celtics. David Ortiz had something to do with that. Caught the first pitch from Al and then does the forearm bash with the jump.
Forsythe takes the ground ball off the bat of Bradley Jr. So strikeout of Ramirez, ground out by Bradley after the Ortiz home run. Strikes. 1-1. Two outs, bases empty. Rays tied this game on the Forsythe home run in the third. The Red Sox have taken the lead on a home run in the fourth by David Ortiz. There's a strike. 2-2. That's the 50th home run for Ortiz. Ortiz in his career against Tampa Bay pitching. Still 2-2 to home. Fouls that one back. This went through the middle. Holt with a base hit.
Well, and here's the thing, Dwayne. He's going. Okay? The Red Sox have shown that they are going to try to run here on this battery of Archer and Conger. Brock Holt, another guy, the capability of stealing the base. You've got 2 outs. Him over at first base. You better keep your eye on him because I would bet anything that he's going to be off and running at some point. Unless Aaron Hill decides to swing at the first pitch.
In quite a while. He still is. There he is.
I think you saw Brock kind of feeling for his ankle as well. Let's see if he's okay here. And out he comes. So Brock Holt limping off the diamond after a stolen base, and Bryce Brentz will come on and run for him and remain in the game in left field. So we'll get you an update as soon as we get information on Brock Holt here tonight.
Going to have that looked at, obviously, and obviously it's going to tighten up tonight, but you got to get a picture of that thing, see what's going down.
You saw Chris Young there giving him a pat. Chris lost because of that hamstring injury, which was worse than originally thought. So Hill steps in, and he'll take a ball up high, 2 down, a runner at second base. Red Sox leading 3-2.
Archer has fallen asleep a couple of times on those stolen bases.
Takes one again a little bit high. Manicow goes to 2-0. He was an all-star in 2009, Aaron Hill, and he was the comeback player of the year that year. He hit 36 homers with 108 runs batted in, batting .286. So he's been a big-time run producer at times in his career. That's a cross for a strike. In 2012, he hit for the cycle twice in one season. In fact, about 11 days apart. That was with Arizona. He's at third tonight with Travis Shaw nursing a contusion of the foot. The breaking ball snapped in there for a strike. Sox leading at 3-2 in the fourth. Brent's running for Brock Holt. And Archer's payoff pitch. Ground ball foul.
I remember him being a dead pull hitter.
He was with Toronto between 2005 and 2011. A long run there. So he's played for John Farrell before. He's also played for Arizona and Milwaukee. 3-2. There's a shot drilled toward the wall and left, backing up Franklin. He'll play it off the green. That's going to bring in a run. Brents will score. The throw trickles away from the second baseman. It'll be an RBI single for Aaron Hill, who makes his mark right away and puts the Red Sox in front 4-2.
Good for him right there, getting a breaking ball. He stays on it. He's seen enough of these breaking balls. This one's just spinning. And once you get dead pull, he flips this ball off the wall, off the scoreboard. Runner Brent's running on the play. Second thoughts on going to second base. Throw would have beat him, but Forsythe didn't end up catching it, but it was a good idea to stop because he wouldn't have made it.
Hill, a .308 career hitter at Fenway, so he's liked it here. And he gets his first RBI as a member of the Red Sox, and that'll send up Sandy Leon, who is 0 for 1 with a hard ground ball to second. Now, at Leon these days, the way he's swinging the bat at .467, even his outs are noisy. Red Sox ahead 4-2 against Archer, who they have beaten 8 straight times. Heck, it's got to be in his head, isn't it?
Oh, totally. But it's been in his head not just against the Red Sox this year, just all year.
Now, if he loses tonight, long way to go yet, but if he does lose tonight, he'll be 4-12 on the year. That's a strike.
You know, he doesn't really have any command. He doesn't command his fastball. You're not sure what you're going to get out of him. One slider's good, one slider's bad. I mean, he can throw 3 pitches and punch you out, say, this guy is lights out, and then make a mistake. Maybe it's just what we've seen with the Red Sox, as he's made a ton of mistakes with this, facing this team.
2-2. Kevin Cash says that Archer is deathly serious about pitching. He said when they first met after Cash became the manager in 2015, they met for lunch, and Cash said there was no small talk. The very first question that Archer asked him was, what did Corey Kluber do to turn his career around? Because Cash was the bullpen coach for the Indians when Kluber won the Cy Young. That one cut on and missed. And down he goes, strike 3. But David Ortiz gets the Red Sox offense going again, blasting number 21. Bryce Brent's taking over in left field for Brock Holt, who is injured on a slide at second base. Conger, the catcher, will look at a strike. He whiffed in the second inning, 0 for 1. Red Sox in front, 4-2. The hits are even at 5.
Time for a shutdown inning is what this is.
Red Sox just got a pair of runs, including another long home run by David Ortiz. Here comes the 0-1 and the throw to first. Back in Franklin, who did steal a base in the second. In his career, 11 for 12. So he picks his spots very smartly.
He has no lead.
Xander Bogaerts all by himself on the left side, a little more than halfway down to third base. As Hill has moved over to the right side into the hole. Snap toss down to first, but will not get Franklin. Same two clubs tomorrow afternoon, late in the afternoon. We'll have it for you right here on NESN at 4:05. That'll be Rick Porcello against Matt Moore.
Well, they owe Matt Moore. He shut them down for 8 innings in Tampa last time out.
Now, Rick Porcello with an opportunity to go to his All-Star break with 11 wins. Right now, a 3.82 ERA for Rick. He's 10-2. Stress innings in recent starts, but he's gotten through them. The 1-1 filed away, and then on Sunday it'll be David Price up against his old team, facing the right-hander Jake Odorizzi. That's at 135. Red Sox looking for a turnaround from Mr. Price. Goes in with a 464 earned run average. There goes the runner again. Here's Leon's throw, and safe at second base. Another steal by Franklin, who's been running wild tonight.
He didn't have a big lead, but he slowly but surely got that lead a little bigger, and he gets a good jump right here. And it took forever for Sullivan to deliver the ball. Bad throw by Leon, but tried to place the tag down on his head, but he just couldn't get the tag down at all. Another stolen base for Franklin.
His second tonight. Conger struck out his first time up, just a 198 hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Forsythe on deck. Forsythe, the man who launched one totally out of Fenway in the third inning off O'Sullivan. And here it comes. And he won't chase it.
But it's kind of hard to chase that one.
Yeah.
I mean, he's looking to pull the ball right here. See Petey and Aaron Hill changing places. I don't know why. I guess Petey's going to go deeper in the outfield. The 3-2 pitch from the burly right-hander from San Diego. And he got a piece of it. Ace Ticket is Boston's trusted source for Red Sox tickets with the best seats at the lowest prices, all with a 200% guarantee. Treat yourself or someone special by visiting aceticket.com or by calling 1-800-MY-SEATS. A cool Friday night at Fenway, 62 degrees inside the ballpark. And the 3-2 again. And he slices a foul. Conger hanging in there. The Angels now have a 6-1 lead on Baltimore in the 4th inning. They're Camden Yards tonight. Hottest team in the game right now is Toronto. They've won 6 in a row. The right side, Hill will charge in on that, and the third baseman throws him out from the right side as Franklin moves on down to third base. decent at bat there by Condor, even though he hit a weak ground ball. Did get the runner over in scoring position, better than what he did last time up when he punched out.
Top of the order now, Forsythe. He struck out to begin the ball game and then blasted a long home run right out of Fenway over the monster in the third inning. He has 8 home runs out of the leadoff spot. That's the most they've had from a leadoff man before the All-Star break in several years. And he takes a ball.
The home run is a slider that just didn't get out across the plate, just sort of rolled. He put his head down. He knew that ball was gone over everything.
Franklin at third, the 1-0. Looper toward right, but foul. And a really nice play made by the ball attendant.
She goes up and makes a nice play. Oh, almost fell out. Still a good play, any way you look at it.
Most of the ball attendants are outstanding local softball players. And they can all field it. Here comes the 1-1. Forsythe comes from a pretty famous baseball institution in Memphis, Christian Brothers High School. It's produced 11 major leaguers, most notably Tim McCarver. Forsythe went on to play college ball at Arkansas with Eric Hinsky. And the breaking ball did not snap. So to count 3-1, the hitters count for Forsythe. Only one away in the inning. Red Sox ahead 4-2 in the 5th.
Time for a little crossfire fastball.
But outside, he walked him. So they're on the corners for Brad Miller. At the Cancer Center at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, doctors and scientists are working together on therapies of the future today. From developing new treatments to delivering leading compassionate care. Learn more at bidmc.org/Cancer Center. Now Miller, who has grounded twice to second base. Red Sox would love to see that again right now and get out of this with a double play.
Leone just came out in front of the plate to tell somebody if he's going to throw through or not if the runner takes off.
Now the ball attendant who just made that sensational play, that young lady's name is Katie Burke. She is the Boston College women's hockey goalie. So she saves everybody, including those fans. I mean, that's a terrific play. Miller takes one down low. It's a great smile to boot. Franklin at third, Forsythe at first.
He's got to be careful with his fastball.
2-0, especially with a guy like Miller, because he's belted a number of tape measure home runs. He hit one the other day off Joe Smith of the Angels that went .440.
This is a shortstop. Expect a shortstop to have that kind of power. He hit a ball in Tampa to dead center field with kind of an awkward swing that went over to center field. And in Tampa, when you do that, it's like unbelievable.
Obviously, they like his power. They've had to live with some errors. He's made 13 errors at shortstop. Sullivan looking for the twin killing. Here's the 2-0. Fly ball into left center field. Moving over is Bryce Brents. The runner will tag. Franklin coming in to score as the throw comes to second base. And this is a one-run game. Give the RBI to Miller's 31st. So the stolen base was part of that. Paid off big time for the Tampa Bay Rays, and they're within one. Tomorrow at 3, don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. Adam Pellerin and Tim Wakefield will have a profile of the Rays' Evan Longoria, who comes up to hit now with 2 down and a runner at first.
Slider here, start him off.
Longoria 1 for 2, a single in the first inning. He struck out in the third inning.
I can't help but thinking, I saw Longoria last year had a very bad, his worst year he had was probably last year, and he started off this year with 18 home runs, having a decent year, but you put him on anybody else's line. You put him on the Red Sox lineup playing third, my goodness.
Right through there for a strike.
It has everything to do, I mean, everybody helps everybody. It's like if you don't have anybody protect anybody, how are you going to expect your star player to get anything to hit?
Morrison on deck. And the 1-1. Foul off himself, and he goes down in a heap. Let's see if Longoria is okay. Slow to rise, but he's up.
Everybody that has that shin guard, you know, this happens all the time. Misses the shin guard, gets him on the inside of his foot, top of his foot.
One ball and 2 strikes. Sox will have due up Betts, Pedroia, and Bogarts when we go to the last half of the 5th inning here at Fenway.
Longoria, he's got that team-friendly contract, even though it's $100 million. The first one he signed was really team-friendly. Remember when he was a rookie, he signed a 5-6 year deal.
He had been up from the minor leagues for about 7 minutes, and they signed him to that big deal.
Yeah, the Players Association got mad at him.
1-2 runner goes, and that's going to be inside, and a runner safely down to second base.
That's the kind of pitch that you never used to see thrown. Slider that you throw right at the right-handed hitter. Hope you can catch the inside corner. I never threw a pitch like this. I mean, I'd throw a backdoor slider to a left-hander, but I would never do that inside corner to a right-hander. It's just
too dangerous?
I don't know. I just never did. They do it all the time now. You know, it starts with a little cutter. That's different. You know, because it's going to come. But a big breaking ball that you start behind him, I don't know.
You afraid you'd hang it?
I'm afraid it'll break too much and be right down the middle. I'd rather take my chances down and away, but you see it all the time now. You know, the game, the cutter has changed a lot of things.
Yeah, the cutter is what the slider was in the 70s.
Yeah, exactly. A long time ago.
And in between there, the fork ball.
And the curveball you never even see anymore. Especially like the one we saw the other night with Griffin. Nobody sees that 66 little blooper.
Yeah, it looked like an Eepus pitch. The 2-2 to Longoria. With a runner at second base, and he rips that one foul. Jumping all over the curveball. We're being told the diagnosis on Brock Holt is a left ankle sprain. X-rays were negative, and he will be reevaluated tomorrow. So sprained ankle for Brock on that play at second on his stolen base. Well, the way they were looking at his knee, that's got to be that one line down the left field line, but a foul ball down into the corner.
Oh, that's lucky right there.
But definitely foul.
Oh, it's definitely foul. But there's not much room to go foul. He hooked it just a hair. That ball's foul by 3 inches.
Greg Gibson with a great look at it.
That changes your whole night if you're the pitcher.
Kim Cash came out to discuss it with Gibson because he could not see it from his vantage point in the dugout. He did not see it hook.
No, it hooked all right. Thank goodness for the Red Sox it hooked. He stung that ball down the line.
Longoria has driven in 45 runs. Runner at second base. 4-3 Red Sox. No activity in either bullpen. And O'Sullivan with a 2-2. Off the end of the bat and up foul.
Make sure you got that ball away. He had a lot of pitches he could handle before that last one.
Longoria's career's had some ups and downs. It started out so well. 27 home runs as a rookie. 33 the year after that. He hit 31 in 2011. Last 2 years, just 22 and 21. But he's going back up again this year, the 2-2. And he yanked it, and that's going to go all the way to the backstop. Forsythe will easily advance. He's into third base on the wild pitch. And so the tying run's just 90 feet away.
I mean, he is so careful. After he hit that ball down the line off him, he said, oh my goodness, I don't want that to happen anymore. And he just yanks these sliders way outside. And it's hard to get to that pitch. I mean, you can only slide so far.
So the tying run at third with 2 down and a full count on Longoria. Morrison on deck, a left-handed hitter. Here it comes. Fouled off again. Quite a battle between these two.
Boy, he's seen all his pitches. Decent pitch to hit that time. Just couldn't keep it in play. But he hasn't got much to get him out with. The only thing he's going to get him out with is that breaking ball. But breaking ball for a strike's not a beautiful thing.
He did strike him out in the third inning. Here comes the 10th pitch of the at-bat.
Here comes that slider.
3-2. High, deep drive in the left field, headed to the wall, and that's going to catch a lot of green. And that'll drive in a run. It's going to be a long single for Longoria, but his second hit. And we'll see if that gets the bullpen going for the Red Sox here. This game is tied at 4-4.
Well, Longoria hit 2 doubles that at bat. One, a fastball that he just yanked down the line, foul by about 3 inches. Then a slider that's outside, but it doesn't matter. He goes down there and just hooks this thing. Luckily, this ball stays in the ballpark. He does not go to second base, has second thoughts. RBI single ties this game.
Now, nobody warming up just yet for the Red Sox. Even though Tampa Bay has battled back to tie it, and they have hit some shots off of O'Sullivan. 6 hits, 4 earned, in 4 2/3. Sean O'Sullivan's pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket.
Nobody warming up.
You a little surprised by that?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean,
off day yesterday?
yeah, all-star break, just waiting in the wings. I mean, I'm throwing everybody out there this weekend.
Well, here's Morrison. He has struck out and grounded to second. Longoria smashing that one in the wall. And another one ripped hard into right field. Betts to give chase. Longoria scampers into second and stops there.
I guarantee somebody's getting up now. Hello?
And finally, the bullpen will start to move around. Robbie Ross Jr. will get started. But only now, and that'll bring up Geyer, who has flied out on 2 occasions.
I mean, if this guy happens to hit a 3-run bomb right here, you should have had somebody in this game. That's all there is to it.
Tied up 4-4. 3 hits, a walk, a wild pitch, a stolen base in this inning.
I just can't let my 5th starter give up 6 runs. I can't.
257 coming in with 7 home runs. Gets hit by a lot of pitches. He's already been hit 17 times this year.
Tells you he just doesn't move or moves into it.
The Red Sox had some trouble with that down at Tropicana Field. A breaking ball in there for a strike. Last year,
Ah, es que lo traje a la oficina